Nadine Chahine, you're the Urban Planning Advisor at the Abu Dhabi Municipality. How is regional architecture identity changing in emerging markets?
Emerging markets these days are going through a transition period where the increased exposure to internet and the increased exposure to other knowledge in other parts of the world is bringing a new consciousness about the importance of sustainability, a new consciousness about the importance of also respecting heritage, and also the advance in construction technologies whereby construction companies worldwide are relocating to this part of the world. This is creating another attempt to basically change the way regional architecture is viewed from being an architecture that is more related to tradition and cultural heritage and traditional way of construction to an architecture that respects heritage but try to interpret in a new way in this modern time.
Can you give some examples of practices and tactics utilised in major regeneration efforts?
Throughout the World Architecture Congress that I have been in the past 2 days in Cityscape, as well as being exposed to many regeneration efforts in Abu Dhabi, as well as being, living in Dubai for the past 10 years, I have realized that there are so many tools that are available for us for regeneration. It can be public space, whereby we design the public space in a way that respects the needs of the local community, at the same time offer a breathing space for the city to actually regenerate, breathe again life. It can be through infusing a new use or new activities. Like I've seen in most of our projects coming from Turkey or from Iran, there's a more attempt to infuse a diversified use, diversified activities for the citizens and for the urban space users. The other tools in regeneration are policies, and in Abu Dhabi Municipality as a local agency, we are trying to actually make sure that we respond to any gap or any problem we are facing in our built environment by reacting with user-friendly policies and policies that enhance the quality of the urban space. The fourth tool that is not very used, but it can be a very important tool in regeneration is public participation. And when I say public participation, is not only to take opinions on the scheme that is presented, but basically to go before the project is started to ask what type of projects you need in your community and how it can be done. And in Abu Dhabi Municipality, through our community and Majlis, we are trying to do so, it's still picking up in this part of the world for people to be more active and more on a voluntary basis involved in the process, but it's coming there.
How have you seen an increased awareness of urban planning in the Middle East region?
The Middle East region, and I was talk about MENA, basically Middle East and North Africa, the urban planning is picking up as a tool to change the way environment is lived. I think people's lifestyle is changing. The newer generation is realizing that their lifestyle is maybe different from the old generation, but at the same time, they want to keep the same values, the same tradition, and there are certain principles that they want to live with. So this dilemma in the new generation between, keeping the same tradition but living a new way of life is giving awareness that the space needs to respond, the urban space needs to respond to that. And you can see it a lot in the new couples or the new generation choosing their places to live. They have different requirements, they want different options, so they want the real estate community as well as the local agency like Abu Dhabi Municipality, Urban Planning Council, Dubai Municipality, our semi-government developers such as Mubadala, Aldar, Amar, and Dubai Properties to respond to these valid needs. And this awareness in the customer is bringing awareness to the community in terms of the importance of this. There's another also aspect on the increasing awareness in this part of the region is the environmental awareness. The fact that you are seeing so many climate events around us make us more aware that climate change is reality. It's not something that is basically a threat. And because it's a reality, this means our resources are scarce. And there is a growing environmental awareness in terms of the new generation. I mean, my daughter, she cannot stand keeping the light on all day. I mean, she always closes the lights behind me in the rooms. And this growing environmental awareness is pushing the real estate developers, the contractors, and as well as the consultant to make sure that sustainability is part and parcel of the way they are designing buildings.
So what role do you think the World Architecture Congress, Cityscape and the Architectural Awards play in an increased awareness of urban planning?
I think Cityscape, I have to say that Cityscape has been a main driver of this awareness, at least when we talk about the Gulf region, because the three tools that they are using, the World Architecture Congress, the exhibition, and the awards are operating at different levels. The awards are basically a way for people to be rewarded for thinking of these issues and for responding to these issues. And you should have been with us. I mean, last night when I was member of the jury, and we were giving these awards. People were really, I felt that people felt recognition, appreciation for the effort they are doing for delivering not only quality architecture, but only a new type of urban spaces, because at the end of the day, we are determined by the spaces we live in. The World Architecture Congress lives by its name. I mean, I've seen Malaysian projects, I've seen Dutch projects, I've seen Turkish projects, I've seen projects from all around the world. And this networking and also this opportunities to meet other people in other regions, and how we all actually are facing the same problems, but because of our different backgrounds reacting differently, is bringing this awareness also.
Nadine.